and welcome back to my channel. Today is definitely a bit of a different video. I am going to wrap the girls' Christmas presents today because they obviously desperately need wrapping. It is the 20th of December today. I thought I would sit and yap for a little bit whilst I wrap the presents. The only presents I'm going to actually be wrapping in this video are the girls' presents. I've wrapped mostly everyone else's presents because those are easily just kept in my wardrobe, whereas these boxes have obviously been kept in the shed so that the girls don't find them. And so yeah, I thought now would be the perfect time to wrap them. So let's start wrapping and yap. Ha! Wrapping and yapping. Today we're wrapping and yapping. That is going to be the title of this video. Also, I have no idea what I'm even going to talk about in this. I have no pre-thoughts. I have not put any thought into the actual yapping side of this. I also have no idea how long this video is going to be. I hope that everyone has a really lovely Christmas this year. This will be the last video that goes up before Christmas, and then other than like the Christmas Day vlog. But the Christmas Day vlog is obviously going to go up on Christmas. So, not on Christmas, sorry, after Christmas. Also, I've shown you guys basically all these presents anyway in another video. But I thought I'd quickly say the wrapping paper I've got this year is from Cotton On, or Typo. And this is the most beautiful, sweetest wrapping paper ever. Normally I go quite boring. Like, I normally go sort of browns with different coloured ribbons, but I thought this year I'm gonna stop being a boring beige mum because I'm really trying to not be a boring beige mum. I've moved you further back and I'm hoping you can now kind of see more of like what I'm wrapping. But yeah, I hope everyone is gonna have a really lovely Christmas. Christmas this year is gonna be really weird for me for many reasons. I am, however, it's so strange. I'm super excited for Christmas this year. Obviously, it's Bonnie's first Christmas. It's our first Christmas as like a complete family, which is super exciting. I'm also hosting Christmas this year, which I've obviously never done. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. This is gonna sound so stupid. I'm actually nervous because I'm not nervous. I feel so chilled out about Christmas Day. I'm a list person. I have literally made a timeline for the food down to like every 10 minutes of what needs cooking, what I can prep on Christmas Eve, what other people are bringing. So I feel quite confident about it. And that's what I'm nervous about, because when I start to feel confident about things, it's when I mess up and when things will go wrong. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't. No, this Christmas Day is so weird for so many reasons. My mum is not here. This is the first Christmas I will not have spent with my mum. I've spoken about this multiple times. Mum, I also know you're watching this. But my mum has moved back to the UK for the foreseeable, and it's going to be really tough. I think Anita specifically is probably going to be a little bit confused as to why we're having like a big family Christmas, but my mum's not here. We'll obviously be FaceTiming her, we'll obviously be talking to her, I will be sending her a million videos and things like that, but it's definitely going to be weird. Like I said, it is the first Christmas I've ever had without my mum. And I think also, once you become a mum and you're doing Christmas Day and those things, you realise how much time and effort and thought actually goes into Christmas and creating that Christmas magic for your children. To any parents, not just mums, but I know mine was specifically my mum. And yeah, how much like effort goes into it and how she truly made it magical for us as children. And so it's kind of hard not to share me making the magic for the children with her, if that makes sense. And also, I need to get a pen to write the names. I'm not doing tags this year because they get pulled off, they get lost, they're a pain in the ass, it's extra paper, it's extra rubbish. So I'm just gonna write with a Sharpie. Yeah, this year's been a real weird one. I feel like this year has been full of so much has happened. Like, I've had the highest of highs I've ever had this year, but I've also definitely had like the lowest of lows. And I think that's why this year's been so kind of hectic. Like, I was talking to one of my best friends the other day and I was like, this year has been the most confusing year I've ever had because it has by far been one of the best years of my life. But I'm also aware that I have experienced, like, mental health wise, some of the absolute lowest of lows that I've been to, which just feels really contradicting and really weird and kind of silly, I guess. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be feeling that way. But yeah, I think this year has been insane. I know lots of people have said that. Lots of people have experienced the highest of highs this year, the lowest of lows. I'm hoping next year's going to be a little bit more chill, a little bit less chaotic. Obviously this year started with Bonnie being born, and then the house, and then my mum leaving, along with just a multitude of other things health-wise in our family that we've had this year. We've had a couple of big scares. There's just, like I said, a lot has happened. So this year has been very overwhelming. That's what I'm going to say. This year has been very overwhelming, with the highest of highs, the lowest of lows. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm in the position to experience all those highs and lows, and that, like, I don't want to come across as if I'm complaining. This year has been truly incredible. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Do you guys set New Year's resolutions? I kind of do and kind of don't. I don't set like specific New Year's resolutions. I guess I kind of just have general ones, like I want to spend more time with the kids type thing, but I won't necessarily specify how I'm going to do that, which I probably should. I feel like that might make it easier. But I'm also the type of person that if I know I specify things and I don't follow through with them, I will be really let down and disappointed in myself. My New Year's resolutions next year are probably just going to be more mental health focused. Like, I really want to work on a way of how to be less stressed. I am a very uptight and stressy person. I'm aware of that. I know I am. And I'm also aware that that comes along and affects other people. I want to work on letting things go. Not as in like grudges or anything, but things like the house. I am a really house proud person. I think I get that from my mum, and I get really, this isn't gonna fit. Ooh, she might that. No. Damn it. I get that from my mum. I always like to be presented the best as possible. Not necessarily like the way I look, but with my house. And I want to be able to relax and let go a bit more. A house is a house. It's so funny. I remember as a teenager getting so annoyed with my mum because I was like, it's not a show home. People live in this house. Why does it need to be spotless? And now as a mother myself, I am the complete same. I love a clean, tidy house. Obviously there's going to be clutter and things, but I love a really tidy environment. I think my mental health really struggles when my environment isn't clean and tidy. And so I know that it's something I do for myself, but also I know that it gets to the point where it's ridiculous. And I'm like, Philippa, you can sit down on the couch for 5 minutes. Like, you don't have to be doing something every second of the day. You don't have to be tidying. The house doesn't have to be spotless. You have 2 young children and a dog. Like, of course your house is not going to be spotless. I want to focus on being more present. I think this comes with me being a very stressed person and that just being like who I am in general. I definitely want to be more present, not necessarily with the kids. I think I do think I am quite present with the children. I try really hard to not sit on my phone, to actually sit and play with them, to interact with them and join them in what they're doing and they join me in what I'm doing. Like, I do try to do that. But more with other people, friends, family. I want to make more time for that next year. I think I've really struggled this year specifically. Obviously having a whole nother child makes that so much harder. My time is now split even more than it already was, but I can still very much be a present person with my friends and family. I can still not worry about the kids when I'm out as much as I do and worry about what they're doing. And I mean, obviously you're always going to worry about what your kids are doing. I think that's just parenting, but actually enjoying my time when I don't have them with me and when I'm with other people, I think is something I really need to focus on. So yeah, there is a couple things that I know I need to focus on, but that's okay. I'm also hoping next year is the year that I really get a grip on my chronic fatigue. I have spoken about it. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue this year, and it's been a long 2-year struggle and wait for that diagnosis and all of the things that come with that. It's so hard. I don't want to speak on it because obviously I'm not a qualified person to do that at all. But I just want to say, if you are also someone that struggles with chronic fatigue, that I see you, I understand how hard it truly is and how overlooked over chronic illness it is, and that the fact that you are here is enough, and the fact that you are doing as much as you can, even if that's not as much as other people, that is enough. Yeah, let's talk about some of the best moments of this year. I feel like that's a much better way to do it. This year has been incredible. Obviously, we started the year in January having Bonnie, and she just wholeheartedly has completed my heart. I feel like our family is more or less complete. I feel like we just my two girls, you know, like I feel like there is truly nothing more I could ask for when it comes to children. I know I definitely have days where I'm like, I want another one or I want a third, and that just truly at the moment is not realistic for a multitude of reasons. Watching Anita become a big sister has been incredible. I thought it was going to go one of two ways. Oh, I just stabbed myself. I thought she was either going to be the most incredible loving big sister, or she was going to hate being a big sister and it was going to really, you know, tear her apart. She has taken to being a big sister better than I think I could have ever expected her to. She loved it. She loves Bonnie. She loves the role of big sister, if that makes sense. Like, she loves caring for her and making sure that she's got her toys and that they're playing together. Every single morning, Anita, well, she doesn't wake up Bonnie. When Bonnie wakes up, Anita is obviously I'm behind her, but she will go in and open Bonnie's door and she will climb into her cot and they will just sit and play for probably 5 minutes whilst I get like Bonnie's bottle ready and things like that. And it's just the sweetest thing. I'm a twin and my brother is truly my best friend, and so it's so lovely to watch that bond be formed between my own babies. And I just think, honestly, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. It has been beyond the highlight of my year. What does everyone else do on Christmas Day? Actually, this is a question I wanted to ask. So, because obviously my family, we moved from England to New Zealand when I was 5. We don't have any other family here, blood family, than the 4 of us, me, my mum, my dad, and my brother. And so we have always had really chilled Christmases. Obviously, it's only ever been the 4 of us. We do Christmas dinner normally at 3 o'clock. I think that's probably a very English thing. We would chill out in our jammies basically all day. We never did the fancy Christmas thing. None of us ever dressed up. None of us, you know, it was never like a big fancy thing. It was just purely like a family day. So what does everyone else do? I know lots of people obviously do lots of traveling on Christmas. Lots of people obviously are seeing lots of family and doing things. But yeah, do you guys do like massive family Christmases? Do you chill out at home? Do you have really dressy Christmases? You know, like fancy Christmases? I think it's so interesting to see how other people spend Christmas. Do you go to church? Do you celebrate with, you know, people from whatever religion you celebrate and things like that? I think there's something so cool about how many different people there are in the world and how many different cultures and things like that I find interesting. So please let me know what you do, because I'm definitely intrigued. As I said, this year is the first Christmas that I'm hosting, mostly because of the traveling thing. Last year was really hard when I was heavily pregnant and Anisha was still quite little. So we're hosting here this year. It's just easier to have everyone in one place. So yeah, no, that's gonna be super fun. I don't know how much I'm actually gonna vlog of Christmas Day. I'm hoping to vlog quite a bit. I think it'll probably be one of the very few vlogs that does show a lot of the girls in it, because obviously Christmas Day is the most exciting for them and it's for them, if that makes sense. And so yeah, it's probably going to be quite child orientated, which I don't know how I feel about, which is why I say I don't know if I will. I'm going to try. I'm telling myself I'm going to try, because I also love looking back at Christmas videos and past Christmas vlogs. I think the first year I started uploading to YouTube, I did a Christmas vlog, I think. I know I didn't last year. Also, oh my god, 100 of you. There is 100 of you that want to sit and watch me yap and wrap Christmas presents, which is insane. Thank you so much. I didn't start YouTube as like a to get views thing. It's purely for a hobby. I, as a stay-at-home mum, don't have a lot of hobbies, and YouTube is obviously something I can do whilst also in my day-to-day life. Like, I don't have to disrupt my life or my routine to do YouTube. I just, you know, video things as I go. which is why it's like the perfect hobby for me. And I also love talking, I love sharing things, I love communicating with other people. It's just something that I really enjoy. So I cannot believe that 100 of you also want to enjoy my YouTube with me. I think that is beyond insane. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate all of you. That means I mean, I know like 100 people is not a lot of people, but when you think of like 100 people sitting in a room watching me talk, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. If 100 people were sitting here right now watching me talk, I'd be like, what the is going on? So I cannot believe that 100 people are willing to watch my videos. This is shocking. Oh, that's not good wrapping. Anyhow, like, I am aware that this is way too many presents for my children. Luckily this is for 2 children, not just 1, because then it truly would be outrageous. But I'm also a little Christmas fairy. I love Christmas. Christmas is my favourite time of year. It is the time where I feel like I truly just come to life. I get to spend it with my family. I bought a little good list certificate for Anita to give her on Christmas Eve. I've bought little stencils. It was this pack, so it's in the same pack, but I bought like little stencils for Santa's footprints to put everywhere. I cannot wait for her to experience this, and I'm also so excited for when both the girls are older and they can experience it together. Like, the magic of Christmas was made so much more magical with my brother. You run off the excitement together, obviously, and you know, like, their excitement makes you more excited. I'm so interested to see Bonnie's reaction. I don't know if you're gonna fit here. I don't think you are. Oh, yes you are. I have this book, but I feel like there's no point opening a whole new roll of wrapping paper for this book. I literally still have 2 rolls, but like, if I don't have to use them, I feel like I shouldn't. No? Is that really ridiculous of me? I feel like my grandmother will be proud of me right now. This is something that she's like, don't waste it. Just use what you've got. I can hear her telling me that. We're just gonna do, I mean, it's not gonna look great, but it'll do the job. And let's be honest, my 3-year-old will not care, and it will be opened in 2 seconds. Yeah, I feel like this was such a random, rambly video about not a lot, if I'm being honest. I feel like, I mean, that's the point of it, right? Just to talk. I hope it's not been negative. I feel like it's been a bit negative. No. I am the most excited for Anita to see the slide. We've bought her a little outside slide, which we're actually just going to make on Christmas Eve and have in the living room with a big red bow on it, because I felt like there was no point wrapping the box when she's literally just going to want to open it, and then when she opens it and sees a picture of a slide, she's not really going to understand. I am super excited for her reaction for that. We've also bought Bonnie a rocking horse, which I know is going to be shared between the both of them. And we've also bought Bonnie not a big couch, a little couch, like the kids' couches, which I'm also not going to wrap because that seems silly to wrap. So yeah, I'm super excited for them to see those. I'm excited to just have my family here, even without my mum. I think I'm glad that I am hosting, because I feel like it'll keep my mind off my mum not being there, because that's definitely going to be a hard part, but that's okay. It's literally not wrapped at the back, but the front's wrapped. This is the epitome of my wrapping this year. That's fine. We'll just, Anisha will appreciate it. I'm super excited my brother's here because he's going to go traveling, I think, next year. So this might be the last year for a while that we're all together for Christmas. So that will be really lovely to have him here. We don't really have any Christmas Day traditions. We have like Christmas at the bowl and things that I think lots of people do. We have those sorts of traditions, but we don't have specific Christmas Day traditions. As kids, we used to have like a water fight, which to be fair this year will probably happen. We eat a lot of food, sit down at night, watch whatever movie's on. Like, we don't have any big Christmas traditions. I feel like a lot of this video is going to be me starting one conversation and then rearing off and having a completely different conversation. And I'm probably going to get really frustrated with editing this video. So I'm dreadfully sorry if this is the worst video I've ever uploaded, because I won't be surprised if it is. And if nothing's actually talked about in this video, it's just a bunch of me rambling about a million things. I'm super excited to do Bonnie's room probably at the start of next year. I would do it like this weekend, but just that timing seems really stupid. So I think I'll probably do it at the start of next year. My best friend actually messaged me after watching my vlog and suggested that I paint her room, not her room, the trim in her room, the background colour of the of the prints in her frames. And I thought that was a really good idea. So I might get like a deep rosy pink kind of colour and do her trim that sort of colour. That could work, but I feel like, I mean, there is a lot of pink in her room, but that's fine. So I feel like that could definitely work. I'm still trying to figure out what I really want to do in this living room. I mean, it's fine. It's just very bland and I love it and I hate it at the same time. I want it to be a relaxing, calming space, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everything needs to be white and beige, because as I said, I'm trying to come out of my boring beige parenting / lifestyle. So I'm thinking maybe this wall behind me could be a dark blue. I think I said that in the last vlog. I honestly don't know. I would love to wallpaper it, but I feel like my brain would just not cope with a busy wallpaper. I also need to think, because I feel like if I give the girls these on Christmas Eve, they're not going to understand why they can't open the rest of them. So I am going to have to think about whether or not I do put these under the tree. I honestly just don't know. I'm really going to have to think about it. I'm going to think about the best way to do this. They might, I don't want to put them all back in the shed. Like, I've just made them all nice. So I think I will just try and put them under the tree, see how it goes. This weekend Anita's not here, so I feel like this is probably a good weekend to see with Bonnie if Bonnie tries to open them. I think I could probably explain to Beans that, like, you've only got to wait 3 sleeps, you know? Like, I feel like that's, like, hopefully she can wait 3 days. And if not, I guess I can just put them all back in my wardrobe because they are wrapped. So, oh, actually that would work because they're all wrapped so they couldn't even see, like, what they were. Ideally, I'd put them in Bonnie's room. However, her wardrobe is so full of everything at the minute. Like, all the other Christmas gifts, the stocking presents are all in Bonnie's wardrobe, let alone, like, the things that live in Bonnie's wardrobe. So I don't think I can actually fit anything else in her wardrobe. To be fair, I can't really fit anything else in my wardrobe, but it's easier to, like, shove things around in my wardrobe. And that is the last 2 presents wrapped. I just want to say the biggest thank you for watching me yap and talk about nothing in this video. This video is an hour and a half long, so editing this is going to be so fun. I'm hoping I get it down to like 20 minutes. But yeah, no, thank you so much for watching. My next video will be the Christmas Day vlog, hopefully. So fingers crossed it is worth watching me wrap the presents. I have no idea. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, do all those fun things, and I will see you in my next video. And Merry Christmas to you all, because I will not see you before Christmas.